Hi guys, I'm here with your Bible reading. I hope you guys are having a good day. Sure, quit aggravating me. Sit down. He's standing behind the camera making faces at me. Come around here so everybody can see you. Yeah. Sit down. Beat a moron. Today we're going to be reading Acts chapter 14. Stop it. Stop. What? Go sit down. Sit down. Today we're going to be reading Acts chapter 14, verses 8 through 28. In the New International Version.
No.
Yes.
No.
And our psalm today will be Psalm 140. Another beautiful Psalm of David. And then we have one proverb today. Sherman's going to be standing up, being stand-up cameraman today.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you are.
No, I'm not.
You're still standing there.
There's something not right with this camera.
What's wrong with it?
You're not in far enough or something. And I can't get... I don't know.
I'm sure it's fine, ain't it?
Well, at least your head ain't cut off this time.
Yeah, you about cut my head off yesterday. My head was down here, and the rest of the camera was up here.
Boo-hoo.
Sherman's not a very good cameraman anymore.
Do it yourself.
I can't do everything.
Learn how.
You gonna let me read now?
Read!
Sit down.
Wow. Do you know how to read?
Stop. Okay, guys, we're going to begin.
Whoops.
In Lystra, there sat a man who was lame. He had been that way from birth and had never walked. He listened to Paul as he was speaking. Paul looked directly at him, saw he had faith to be healed, and called out, "Stand up on your feet." At that, the man jumped up and began to walk. When the crowd saw what Paul had done, they shouted in the Lycaonian language, "The gods have come down to us in human form." Barnabas they called Zeus, and Paul they called Hermes, because he was the chief speaker. The priest of Zeus, whose temple was just outside the city, brought bulls and wreaths to the city gates, because he and the crowd wanted to offer sacrifices to them. But when the apostles Barnabas and Paul heard of this, they tore their clothes and rushed out into the crowd, shouting, "Friends, why are you doing this? We too are only human like you. We are bringing you good news, telling you to turn from those worthless things to the living God who made the heavens and the earth and the sea and everything in them. In the past, he let all nations go their own way. Yet he has not left himself without testimony. He has shown kindness by giving you rain from heaven and crops in their seasons. He provides you with plenty of food and fills your hearts with joy. Even with these words, they had difficulty keeping the crowd from sacrificing to them. Then some Jews came from Antioch and Iconium and won the crowd over. They stoned Paul and dragged him outside the city, thinking he was dead. But after the disciples had gathered around him, he got up and went back into the city. The next day, he and Barnabas left for Derbe. They preached the gospel in that city and won a large number of disciples. Then they returned to Lystra, Iconium, and Antioch, strengthening the disciples and encouraging them to remain true to the faith. We must go through many hardships and enter the kingdom of God, they said. Barnabas and Paul appointed elders from them in each church, and with prayer and fasting committed them to the Lord, in whom they had put their trust. After going through Pistia, they came into Pamphylia, and when they had preached the word in Perga, they went down to Attalia. From Attalia they sailed back to Antioch, where they had been committed to the grace of God for the work they had now completed. On arriving there, they gathered the church together and reported all that God had done through them and how he had opened a door of faith to the Gentiles. And they stayed there a long time with the disciples. And that's where we're going to stop with the book of Acts today. Do you see how true some people's faith was to God back then? That's how true we got to be, our faith to God. Like Paul's faith, like Peter's faith. Paul was stoned and dragged out. They thought Paul was dead. But yet Paul got up, went somewhere else, started preaching the gospel, and went back to that place and started preaching again. They did not scare him off. He got back up and went there again and started preaching. After they stoned him and thought he was dead. I told you. He was a changed man. Now you're seeing how much he has changed. Anybody can change. All right, let's see here. Psalm 140 today. For the director of music, a psalm of David. Rescue me, Lord, from the evildoers. Protect me from the violent, who devise evil plans in their hearts and stir up war every day. They make their tongues as sharp as serpents. The poison of vipers is on their lips. Keep me safe, Lord, from the hands of the wicked. Protect me from the violent, who devise ways to trap my feet. The arrogant have hidden a snare for me. They have spread out the cords of their net and have set traps for me along my path. I say to the Lord, you are my God. Hear, Lord, my cry for mercy. Sovereign Lord, my strong deliverer, you shield my head in the day of battle. Do not grant the wicked their desires, Lord. Do not let their paths succeed. Those who surround me proudly rear their heads. May the mischief of their lips engulf them. May burning coals fall on them. May they be thrown into the fire, into miry pits never to rise. May slanderers not be established in the land. May disaster hunt down the violent. I know that the Lord secures justice for the poor and upholds the cause of the needy. Surely the righteous will praise your name, and the upright will live in your presence. And that was Psalm 140. And our Proverbs today is Proverbs chapter 17, verse 22. A cheerful heart is good medicine, but a crushed spirit dries up the bones. Okay guys, that was our Bible reading for today. I hope it touched your guys' hearts. We got some storms coming. We're supposed to have storms really bad tonight and tomorrow. Supposed to have really high winds. I guess they say from Hurricane Cindy that's going through. It's getting really dark here. Storms are supposed to start at like 9 o'clock tonight. Plus we got like flood warnings out. Flood's really bad around these here areas out near the country where we live. Especially where Mom lives, flood's really bad there. Don't take much for her road to get flooded over and her yard to get flooded over. A little rain floods it. I'm afraid of her garden getting flooded. She's worked so hard in that garden. And if it gets flood water in it, it's ruined. So hopefully it won't get flooded. We're getting done with the video just in time. They're just starting to mow out there. So, don't want to get that noise on the video. So I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Let's bring those souls to Jesus, and God willing, we'll see you guys again tomorrow with another Bible reading. Bye guys. God bless.